Seniors, can you walk into your doctor's office and see them when you need to? Do you have your doctor's cell phone number? And can you call them anytime, day or night? At Dedicated Senior Medical Center, their only specialty is caring for seniors. Dedicated makes it easy to get the primary care you deserve. If your doctor isn't taking time to listen to you or isn't treating you like family, it's time to call Dedicated Senior Medical Center. Schedule a visit to find out more about the care you deserve. Call 813-359-1448. That's 813-359-1448. Appointments available now.
Welcome to Cafecito with Rosie On Air, where you'll get to know local professionals, entrepreneurs, movers, and shakers, and how they're helping their community. Hear exclusive interviews from thriving individuals, get inspired, and learn from them. And now, your host, author, speaker, commissioner, Medicare broker, business owner, published author, and business trailblazer, Rosie Paulson.
Bienvenidos to Cafecito with Rosie On Air. My name is Rosie Paulson, and I'm the owner of Rosie Paulson Enterprises and SNR Services. I am a commissioner, a public speaker, a Medicare insurance broker, and in 2020, I became an author of the book, Ñeque, The Spirit of a Resilient Mindset. My brand promise is knowledge, connection, success. And I help business owners achieve a thriving, successful, and profitable business while they balance their life, career, and community. And I am thrilled to introduce today a friend of mine. We have been working together for a while now. Her name is Nicole Valentin Alicea. She is a well-rounded marketing, branding, and advertising professional with superior business acumen. For almost 20 years, Nicole has successfully helped local, national, and international companies, agencies, and nonprofits adapt to rapidly changing environments and achieving their business goals. Her infectious enthusiasm and collaborative leadership style create a productive environment for idea generation and winning attitude. And I know Nicole recently just became a mom of a beautiful little girl named Victoria. And with that, I want to introduce my friend Nicole. How are you, my dear?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
And it's great to also see Victoria grow up. You know, I'm 50 years old and I don't have my own grandchildren, so I have adopted Victoria, yes. And she keeps my abuelita genes alive every single day with all her cuteness in social media.
Yeah, I'm posting a lot. I'm really enjoying, like, you know, just every stage. She's about to enter her terrible twos now, so I'm kind of, I don't know if you remember that stage from when you had your own kids, but it's really intense.
Yes, and it's about, you know, she's discovering who she is, and you know, it's gonna be that time of having to stop patient, and you know, kids grow up so fast, Nicole, and I keep telling you this all the time. So, you know, my daughter Tabitha is 29, my son Steven is 26, and then my youngest Crystal is 22. So imagine that happened in a blink of an eye.
Yes.
So yeah. So Nicole, tell us about, like, where are you from originally? You know, when did you move to Tampa? Have you lived in Tampa all your life? Just tell us about who Nicole is.
Sure. All right. So, I mean, you did a great job at introducing me at the beginning. I was like, wow. And then I was like, but that is true. That's cool. So, anyway, so thank you. So you covered that. So I'm the founder and president of Create Brand Envy, which is a integrated marketing and communications firm and advertising agency that I started 10 years ago. I have a husband, Chris, and like you said, my daughter, Victoria. I am originally from, I was born in the United States, but I grew up the majority of my life in Puerto Rico. So I really, you know, identify and relate. And my heart, I mean, once you fall in love with Puerto Rico, your heart, we have this song called En Mi Bello San Juan, in my beautiful San Juan. And it's about how you, no matter where you go in the world, you know, you can get in a plane and leave, but you always leave your heart, you know, in old San Juan. And so I left my beautiful island of Puerto Rico when I was 17 years old. I came to go to USF here in Tampa. And I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communications with a concentration in advertising. And immediately after graduating, I started working for Telemundo Tampa, selling TV ads. And after that, I moved over to Clear Channel Radio, which is now known as iHeartMedia. And that's where I really cut my teeth. I worked there for 6 years, and I sold mostly news talk radio. So actually this format where it's just kind of talk radio and sports talk radio. We also had another radio station that was like a business talk radio, which is, again, exactly kind of like this. And then after 6 years of just being a sales rep, I realized from meeting with a lot of my business owner clients that they all had this one thing in common. They all wanted to grow their business and increase their sales and, do marketing and advertising. And some clients had a really good grasp on their marketing, and I would meet with them and we were on the same page and it was like, great, go. And other clients, I could tell really they had no idea what they were doing. And some were very stubborn and had a lot of pride and would kind of try to hide and act like they knew what they were doing. And they would make, in my professional opinion, very poor business decisions. And others were very open to the fact that, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm counting on you to guide me. And I remember always feeling a little bit conflicted because my job as a salesperson is to sell my radio station. It's my job to, get your money because I have quotas and, I'm 100%, commissioned. So I remember many times in my career being like, actually, you kind of really shouldn't be doing radio. You should really be doing this other thing. I was trained at USF with my degree. I have a concentration in advertising. I was trained as an advertising agency to really look at the big picture of a business and understand, how you build a good media mix that combines a variety of tactics to help you achieve your business goals. And so I started, I saw that gap in the market. I was already used to kind of, killing what I eat, so to speak, being 100% commission. So it was very easy for me to I turned to my boyfriend at the time, my husband now actually. And I said, I really want to do this. And he said, you know what, Nicole, go ahead, quit your job, come live with me. And I will always make sure that you have a roof over your head and food in your belly so you can just focus on building your company. And I'll forever be grateful to him for that. And I was able to take the leap. And I've been doing this for 10 years.
Yes. And I am honored to be part of your call you that I'm your client. I hope I'm not one of the worst clients you ever had, but I do believe that the reason why you and I get along so well is because I literally trust you. I'm one of those people that I only know a little bit about this enough to just delegate the majority to you because that's what I hire you as a professional. So you've always been watching for me in my corner, but you're also not afraid to tell me, Rosie, you should not have done that, or
right.
Always looking at ways to improve. And I love that about our relationship. Yep. Because, it's like Steve Jobs says, right? You hire professionals so they can tell you what to do instead of you telling them right. what to do. And I think that is part of, with your expertise, that is one of the things that you bring to the table. And because of your connections and your knowledge and now you have not only the work experience, you have the degree and background that yes. comes with that, right?
Yeah. I'm one of the lucky few people that was able to get, a job that was lined up with what they studied. And I've really been able to stay in this industry because, you talk about passion, and purpose. I was always into art. I was always into business. I was always selling things. And when I discovered advertising, I realized that it blended art and words. And I've always been skilled with languages. So like I speak Spanish, as you know, I speak English, and I speak conversational French. And I've just always had a strength for that. So, I think finding your purpose, it's about combining, the things that you just naturally, innately like and enjoy with the things that you just happen to be really good at. There is such a thing as talent. And then of course you have to have that missing piece, which is, that drive, that grit, that resilience, your ñeque to go after and really push that forward. Because I've met a lot of people with great talent who just can't make it. And I've met a lot of people with a lot of grit that just don't have the talent. So you have to have like that nice, trio blend of everything. But just going back real quick to your point about being a good client or a bad client, because of what you said, you are an excellent client. The worst clients I've ever worked with are the ones that are just constantly fighting me. Imagine going to your doctor and telling your doctor, no, I don't have an infection. I have this. I need you to send me for this. And so I've run into clients that fight me and think that they know more than me and about marketing, right? So I feel like my clients know more than me about their business. And, kind of like with you with Medicare, I'm like, Rosie, I need you to fill that, meet me in the middle with that. I'm literally not old enough to really understand Medicare. But on my end of the plate, like my territory, I need my clients, like you said, to trust me to meet them in the middle so that we can work together as a partnership. I'm not an order taker. Like, if a client wants to hire me and like tell us what to do, like, we may reluctantly do it, but you're not really utilizing us to your strengths. We like to have a partnership type relationship with our clients.
Yes. And that's important. And I know one of the components of ñeque is pivot. And I know you have pivoting. Well, first of all, because of pandemic, but also because of your daughter. And most of the time now you're practically working from home now. I know you used to have an office, but now you're working from home. And you also have been doing voice overs. So tell me about why pivoting is important on your business.
So I took a class. I'm always investing in myself, right? You're like you preach, you're your company's greatest asset. And I took some courses offered by Harvard Business School online a few years ago called Disruptive Strategy. And one of the points that they drove home was, you're successful in your business today because you're nailing I haven't revisited my notes in a while, but it's basically saying it's because you're doing a good job at meeting the need for today. And so the course kind of teaches you to kind of disengage from being set in your ways, right? And to be able to rise a little bit higher and really look at what is the problem that you're solving, and realize that as things change around you, you will need to migrate and move to meet their needs in whatever situation it is in the present. And so, yes, we have been operating remotely for almost 8 years. I had my office, and I realized people didn't hire me for my office in downtown Tampa, which was, a cute, great little office, and we loved coming to work, but it just wasn't the thing that really moved the needle. And the thing that made the difference for me and my clients was my talent, the people that I would hire to work on our clients' accounts. And it's the talent that really makes the difference. It's the minds that are working. So what I decided to do was to leave the office behind and send everybody home. And we've been working in a remote environment. So when the pandemic hit, it was business as usual for us. In fact, speaking of pivoting, one of the things we thought about doing, but we were kind of late to market, and my daughter was very, very young, but my team and I even talked about publishing like an ebook on how to run your company remotely, because we had already been doing it for so many years. And it's a different ballpark, but it's totally possible and doable, as now everybody is kind of realizing it has its own challenges, but it's definitely functional.
Right. And that is so important. So if you still have, an idea of doing that, I mean, I think it will be a great idea to get your business out there too, and to get to know others. Now tell me about the voiceover career, or the things like, where can people hear you think? Who's your clients?
So yeah, so how this started is when I worked at Clear Channel, every once in a while they would pull me into the booth because they needed some variety in the voices, or if they had any script that required Spanish pronunciations, like Viva la Música at Busch Gardens. I did a couple of those because I had to produce, Nacho Iñeque